Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Today I've got for you something I just learned from another angler, Nick LeBrun, on his Instagram channel. He gave credit to Tai Ao for this tip, but it is an amazing tip that makes so much sense. And I'm sitting here going, why did I not ever think about this? So hopefully this will help some of you guys out there. I'm sure there's a pile of anglers out there that are going to watch this video and be like, Matt, you're a big dummy. How did you not know about this? But this little tip, this simple tip that Nick put on his Instagram channel, I was like, I have to share this with you guys because it will make your baits last longer. It'll make them hold up better when you're catching fish, which in both instances saves you money because you go through less baits. And it's a tip that really holds up in any case when you're fishing some form of a trailer. You can also use it in some instances with some different hook styles if you're maybe Texas rigging baits. But it really is such a simple tip. So I want to share this with you. Before I do get into it though, I want to remind you, if you're looking to support the channel and you need to purchase tackle, please use my Tackle Warehouse affiliate link. I'll put the link in the video description. Also, if you want to support the channel in another way, make sure you just hit that subscriber button. We just surpassed 50,000 subscribers. We're marching our way to 100,000. At this rate, we'll probably get there in about 3 or 4 years. But I could use all of your help out there. So if you watch my videos on a regular basis, please just hit that subscriber button. It's a great way to show your support for the channel for tips like this. Now, like I said, this is something I just saw on Instagram and I had to share with you. Nick LeBrun shared it, said he learned it from Tai Ao, two great anglers that fish the invitationals with me, as well as in Nick's case, he's fishing the Bass Pro Tour. But it's such a simple tip and it's just like, why did I not think about this? So this is really dealing with any trailers, but like I said, it really applies to any bait that's got some sort of bait keeper. So this is a Picasso shock blade that I'm holding up. It's got a wire keeper. It holds true with any poured lead keepers. So on this swim jig, you can see there's a little hook out here. So there's a little bump out there. If you're fishing with jigs and you've got a chunk trailer, well, most jigs have some form of keeper as well. So there's another wire keeper. You know, if I'm just looking at baits up here, pretty much any sort of bait that uses a trailer and, you know, some other forms of hooks that have little wire keepers on them, what this is gonna do is just simply prolong the life of the bait. So if I grab the shock blade and I'm just taking, this is just a Berkley Power Swimmer, I'm just gonna slide it up just for an example case here as to how I would rig this. So I'm sliding it up probably to about right there. So I've got it. So I'm past the hook. I'm not over the keeper yet. You can see the keeper still sticking out. In this point, what I'm going to do is, instead of just pushing it right up over like we do, I'm going to rotate the bait 90 degrees to either side. Does not matter. Rotate it. Now I'm going to push it up and over. Now what I'm going to do is lock it in place by sliding it back into the position that I want it. I went a little far, so I'm going to just fix that. But I rotated it 90 degrees back. So when I did that, what happened is the bait now slided up over the hook keeper. But if I were to go pull on it, there's no pre-made hole that's been put in place from when I if you pushed it straight back just over the hook keeper. If you do that, generally what happens is the plastic splits when you're pushing it up over that bait keeper, that little barb that sticks out. But in this case, I've actually rotated it, slid it up so that if it did create any sort of a hole or tear, when I rotate it back up over the bait keeper, now it locks into place with a solid chunk of plastic there. It will lock your bait in so much better than if I just were to slide it up and over. The cool thing with this too is you're going to be able to rotate it the other way. So let's say it eventually does tear out. When you slide it back down, I can put it back on and rotate it. So this time I rotated it to the right. If I want to rotate it to the left now and slide it up and over and rotate back, I'll just get a better chunk of plastic again. So you can prolong the life. Really simple tip, but again, it's something that is so applicable to different baits. Pretty much any bait that uses a trailer, spinner bait, vibrating jig, swim jigs, you know, you could do it probably with a lot of different buzz baits. You're just going to be able to lock your trailer into place better just by doing that simple rotation, pushing it up and then rotating it back to really lock it in place. Such a simple rigging tip that will make a big difference. This is something that I can't believe I haven't thought about until I saw the video today. So thank you, Nick. Thanks, Ty, for putting that out there. Guys, go, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, go follow their pages. Lots of good tips as well. So I'm not taking credit for it. I'm just going to start using it from a daily basis. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section. Did you know about this or did you not know about it? I'll be curious to see if this is something that I've just been missing out on for a while. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. New video coming out tomorrow.